So, welcome to Hawk Talk. Today, I'm sitting down with Jennifer Bittinger, Narrativa's president. How are you guys expanding your operations this year in 2023?
Yeah, so we're growing. We're doing our next, even though we're quite a healthy, beefy startup, we're doing our next funding round so that we can do quite a few big hires in business development. Obviously, my sales team and we are inundated, which is a great thing. We've spent $0 in advertising since we started. It's just word of mouth. And we now are seeing it's just catching on wildfire. So we need more business development reps, account managers to manage all the clients that are coming in, and then also just to expand, really the promotion of this new AI SaaS platform, so that all of our friends can say, hey, listen, these are the helpful tools that are going to help you keep your job and help you really grow your business.
It's a really great point, and I think something that people need to hear right now, especially with so much downsizing happening in the market, and also just there's opportunities for growth here
Absolutely.
in AI, and certainly obviously there's positions available like you just mentioned, Narrativa's growth. So about media, media and entertainment companies specifically, where do you see the future of AI for media and entertainment?
I see, number one, of course, like expanding their content production. As we know, content is key. Like if you don't have content, you're not selling. You're not going to make any ROI. It's like everyone's fighting, right, over eyeballs. People want people on their site, and that's how you get more advertisers and more money. So I really think that if you can generate more content than your competitors, you're going to be ahead of the game. And so people are coming to us. We're seeing that now that, these Wall Street journals, Dow Jones, InfoBuy, Financial Times, all the big ones, they're all coming. They were hesitant at first, but they realized we've got to create more content to stay ahead of the curve. So that's number one. You got to create more content. Number two, I would say use your people, use your staff to actually be more creative in how you're using your data. Again, going back to data, it's gold. If you don't know how to use your data, let us know. We're going to be starting a whole series out of Narrativa on our website and on YouTube, all about how to use your data in diverse ways to increase your income.
Awesome. We'll have to do a second part series on that.
Yeah. So, and that goes for everybody, not just media companies, but marketing companies, etc. So I would say those are two of the big ones. And then lastly, I would say that if you really have to look at yourself as a media company needs to look at themselves as more of they are an advertising platform, right? So how can you use these tools to better serve your clients who are your advertisers? How can you, be a little bit more creative in using this as your advertising marketing platform to generate new ideas and new content for them? And
Absolutely.
You have to be more creative.
And coming from my background, I look at it as in saying like the more content, the more monetization, because that's going to bring more viewers and eyeballs, which then in turn equals more impressions, right? So it's a win-win all around for the media and entertainment companies. So what support and services do you guys offer that is different or is better than your competition currently to help, obviously, with your lifetime value of your partners?
Well, the first one, like I mentioned before, was our SaaS platform. That's a no-code SaaS platform where you can have everything from AI writing to autocomplete text, to tense switching, to sentiment analysis, sentence rewriting. There's so many tools on that you can be in there for hours. That's the first component that I think the masses will use, especially for those cottage businesses, as we call them. We believe out of the Narrativa SaaS platform, there will be many cottage businesses, which is wonderful. Then the second part is our MSaaS, so Managed Software as a Service component, where it's more customized to a larger client.
And I'm sure there's a lot of customization that goes into this for every partner that you guys bring on. So speaking of that, I mean, how does your company start working with clients? I mean, where do companies begin working with you?
It's a great question. So, I mean, first of all, we always have a demo call. I always tell people, you got to see it to believe it. I'm very much a person who needs to see something visually. Okay. So we have a demo call with our sales team, one of our reps, and then you get to see our AI tools firsthand. After that, in that call, we talk about your use case. Okay, what's the first use case that you think would really benefit from this automation process or one of these tools? If it's something more customized, then we will do a feasibility study with your team to see if we can actually build what you're asking for, and then we will give you a pricing as to what that looks like. So it's, I think it's more, we want to explore what's really best for the client. And sometimes in those calls, it's awesome to see we start in one direction. The client thinks that they want only, client or customer facing articles or long tail, short tail articles. But then we actually, in the middle of the conversation, they find out, wow, I could use this for my internal financial reports, or I could use this for my marketing graphics or my marketing materials. I mean, there's so much here. And so we don't want to limit people to just one use case. We want them to have fun, play around with this and see what you can do. That's how I was when I first.
And people are starting to play around with AI too. I mean,
have fun.
I think it's got that awareness, right?
I was putting together a presentation for a big summit that I'm speaking at in San Francisco next month. And just for the heck of it, I went in and I said, okay, into our platform, I said, give me a 10-minute speech on the pros and cons of using AI automation in clinical trial regulatory documentation. And I literally asked it that question, and it spit out 5 different versions of that speech. Now, I didn't use those versions entirely, but it gave me so much more insight and kind of great ideas and framework to just begin, right? Because I was getting like mental blocks, tired from a whole day. And I was like, okay, here we go. This will help prompt me like an assistant, or like my think tank. This is my think tank group, and it'll help me.
Well, it's been great spending time with you today. I know we're coming up on the end of our time. So thank you so much for your time today,
Jack.
Jennifer and Narrativa. You can learn more at narrativa.com, or you can reach out to me anytime and I can connect you with Jennifer and the team at HawkVentures. And we want to hear from you. So please let us know if you have any questions or comments. Thank you again, Jennifer, and have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, you too, Jack. Thank you so much.